Welcome to Evaluating Sources. When you write for an academic audience, you are responsible for making sure that any information you provide and any ideas you cite come from sources that are both credible and appropriate for your assignment. Not all sources you find will be appropriate to use, and just because a source has been published or put online does not mean it is worthy to be incorporated into an academic project. To help you decide which information is worthy of incorporating, use the CRAP test. The CRAP test is an acronym made up of 5 different basic evaluation criteria that should be applied to each source that you find. C is for currency. Look for information about when the information was published or created. This could be a date of publication for an article, or it could be a copyright date. Make sure that each source meets any assignment requirements for currency and that it is as current as possible for your topic. R is for references. Look to see if there are citations throughout the information. Just like you need to do for your assignment, the source should support its claims with traceable citations and reliable supporting documentation. The first A is for authorship. Look for the author and/or sponsoring organization. They should be identifiable and experts in their field. If no author is listed, the publisher or organization behind the information needs to be clearly traceable and trustworthy. Do a quick Google search for the author's name to verify their credentials, or look at the About page on a website to get information on the organization. Generally, a source is only as credible as the author's credentials and the reputation of the sponsoring publication and organization. The second A is for appropriateness. Think about your assignment along with the quality and type of information you are looking at. The source type, length, and quality needs to meet the assignment needs and definitely needs to be useful for directly quoting, summarizing, or paraphrasing the source throughout your work. If the source is insubstantial and too short, does not provide access to the full text of the information, and does not actually help you further your research, it is probably not worthy of use. And finally, P is for purpose. The purpose of the information needs to be appropriate for the project. The purpose should not be overly biased or commercial. If the purpose seems to be directly trying to sell you something and heavily biased, it is not worthy of use. Let's apply this criteria to an open web search using Google. As soon as you have a results list, begin applying the CRAP test by looking at the information given for each entry. Use the title of the page to get information about its appropriateness and the date, if listed, to assess currency. Use the URL for the website name as well as clues as to how the page is organized and categorized within that website. Additionally, use the end domain for clues as to the type of organization providing the information. .com sites are for commercial purposes, either directly or indirectly. .edu is for educational institutions. .org for not-for-profit organizations, and .gov for government entities. If there is an entry that passes the CRAP criteria, click on the link to open the web page and apply the rest of the evaluation criteria. Look near the article or page title for a date of publication, or look in the footer for a copyright date to ensure currency. Read through the information and look for citations throughout to verify references. Google the author's name or read about the organization on their About page to verify authorship. Look at actual substance and type of the information to assess its appropriateness for quoting, summarizing, or paraphrasing. And finally, make sure that the purpose of the information is worthy enough to incorporate in an assignment written for an academic audience, such as your peers and professor. The quality of your project is a direct result of the worthiness of the information you choose to incorporate. So choose wisely. If you are not sure about the appropriateness or credibility of a particular source, just ask a librarian. And that's evaluating sources.